Hey everybody, Multiclassic Gamer here with another vlog. Actually, this is the first vlog of 2021, isn't it? The first video I've actually made for 2021, so yeah, I guess it's kind of a big deal, sort of, kinda. Anyways, how you folks doing today? It is just after midnight on January. Let's see. You guys should be getting this today, as I'm recording this for the first time. You know, on the same day that I'm recording this. Now, since I'm recording this directly after midnight, January 8th. 2021 Friday. So we are 8 days into the new year, and not much has changed since the end of the year. Obviously, I will say I'm having some sleep issues. Basically, I've been spending most of my days off the past few weeks just napping because my sleep schedule's so out of whack. Because what they'll do is they'll have me like open for 3 days, and then day off, close for 2 days, or close for 3 days and then day off and then 2 openings. Like basically, I've got openings and closings on the same within the same week, which is a big problem. But it'd be a big problem either way if I had openings and closings like close to each other, because basically what that does is that throws my sleep schedule out of whack. I think I've already explained this before though, but basically, as a side effect of my work schedule being this inconsistent, I am spending my entire days off like just basically napping, like trying to catch up on the sleep that I lose on the opening shifts that I get basically. And even then, even when I am well rested, I still get tired on my days off. So I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, today we're going to do the original Xbox collection. Now, normally I would show off the console itself, and I do have the original Xbox, but it's kind of in a weird place because basically I have it within my recording setup, you know, at my office, as I call it, for doing Let's Plays, and it's kind of in a weird position. Like it's on a dinner table under a dining room table that I moved into my bedroom to make up my office basically. And on this dining room table is my desktop, my Wii U, and several other consoles. But there's no room for the Xbox on the table, so what I did was there's like just enough room under the dining room table for for a TV dinner table or whatever you call it, and for the Xbox we positioned like so on top of said table under the table. So it's in a very awkward spot, and even then that makes it difficult to change the games out basically, let alone take it out out here for this recording to show it to you. But I will say it's a very beefy console, and for good reason, because it had a lot of high-tech stuff put into it for at the time. It's essentially it was basically built like a modern day PC at the time, which made it a very powerful system. In fact, I will say it's probably the most powerful console of the 6th generation from a technical standpoint, but unfortunately it came in second place, and that was way far behind the PS2, like a way far second place behind the PS2, and it was only a couple million sales ahead of the GameCube basically. So for the most part, Microsoft was neck and neck with Nintendo, way behind Sony for the 6th generation. But as you know, since this is a 6th generation console again, there's going to be some overlapping third-party titles with my PS2 and GameCube collections, obviously. But there are quite a few original Xbox exclusives in here as well. But nevertheless, I will say this. The Xbox has become my favorite console of the 6th generation, actually, ever since I picked it up. And here's the thing. I just got my original Xbox in 2019, around the same time I got my original PS2. And since then, I've been collecting games for both consoles, sometimes the same ones over and over. Like, if I get a third-party title on the Xbox, I'll get it on the PS2 as well. But I'll be quicker to play it on the Xbox because the Xbox is a more powerful system, and therefore, it often has the best performance with third-party titles. So I end up going with the Xbox over the GameCube and PS2 if it's a third-party title. But on the downside, the Xbox, Microsoft is not really known for their exclusives, basically. So I go to their consoles for the third-party titles, but not so much the first and second-party titles. But they do have their share of those, and we're actually starting with one today. And it is Blinx the Time Sweeper Cat. I got the Platinum Hits Edition. There's quite a few of those in this collection, but whatever. Anyways, Blinx the Time Super Cat. Blinx is essentially an Xbox exclusive, but most of you probably never heard of him because the thing is, he only got 2 games. I mean, 2 games is still something, but yeah, it describes itself as the first 4D action game ever. Basically, this game has like a time travel elements to the gameplay. It's a 3D platformer essentially. So very much like this game has got my attention. I haven't played it yet, and it was actually on my 50th Let's Play poll. So I intend to do a blind Let's Play of it at some point, just gonna be a little bit. But either way, this game has caught my attention, I will say, essentially. So there's that one. Next up we have Cars. I had this in my GameCube and PS2 collection, and it took me several years to complete this game. And of course, as you know, as you can guess, I completed the Xbox version. I actually played the GameCube version back when I was in college, because that's the only version I had growing up. And the game actually crashed when I got a little ways, like really far in, and I hadn't saved in a while, so I lost some progress as a result. So that discouraged me from ever playing it ever again until I picked up the Xbox version, and I went through and completed the game for the first time ever. I think it was actually, yeah, last year, around this time. Like, well, not this time, March, but still. So, yeah, fun story about Cars there. Okay, next up we have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Tim Burton 2004 version. Yeah, the game based off the Tim Burton one. And haven't played this yet, but I will say that the graphics look horrifying. Like seriously, just looking at Charlie in the gameplay thumbnail or pictures. I don't know if it's coming through well in the camera. Well, I can see, but it's not really that good. But yeah, Charlie looks horrifying in the gameplay, and I imagine that even in the cover art, it looks kind of horrifying too. So this will be an interesting one to try out. No doubt about it. I mean, some of these third-party titles, I can't tell if they are Xbox exclusive or not. I know Chicken Little isn't. Play a little bit of this, and boy, it's not bad. It's just so meh, basically. That's how I feel about the game so far. But it's one of the third-party titles I put a little more time into on my Xbox, so I haven't gotten close to completing it. Okay, this one, however, is very special to me. Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. Now, I hear people complain about this game all the time because of the freaking load screens on the PS2 version, but on the Xbox version, there's still loading screens, and they are still considerably long for the Xbox, but they're still the shortest loading screens of all the 3 different versions of this game. So I highly recommend picking up the Xbox version if you have the option to. And then you won't be complaining as much about the loading screens as everybody else is. But I will say that, yeah, even for the Xbox, it's got pretty long loads. Well, for the Xbox, it's got pretty long load screens, because the Xbox generally has shorter load screens. And next up we have Crash Nitro Kart. You know the story about this one. I think I mentioned it. I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I did in the PS2 collection or something. Story about how I haven't played it yet, basically. This one I'm looking forward to playing, though. Crash Twinsanity. This is still only on the Xbox and PS2. This one says, a free 12-month Electron Game Monthly included with purchase. See details inside. I bet it's not even in there anymore. Nope, just the game manual. Oh well. I do have to say, just like with the Wii U, I do like the green aesthetic on the Xbox cases. It's really cool. Very unique, I suppose. Oh, this one I've also played a little bit. It's actually pretty fun so far. This is Ed and Eddie, the Misadventures. I was actually inspired to play this game by Pie Guy Rules. He did his Let's Play of this game a few years back, along with a bunch of other, SpongeBob games, as well as the, some other ones like that one, for instance. It's pretty fun so far. It's a decent third-party game. This one I haven't tried yet. I saw Nitro Rad's review of it, but he did a lot of Frogger games. This one kind of blends in with the rest of them. It's Frogger Beyond, so I guess my opinion will still be fresh whenever I get around to playing it. As long as it's not that god-awful Frogger The Great Quest, I think we're good. Okay, next up we have, oh boy, this is a must-have on the original Xbox. Halo Combat Evolved. This is also my 50th Let's Play poll as a blind Let's Play, so yeah, as you can well imagine, I haven't played it yet, and I'm very interested in giving it a shot at some point, the Halo franchise. But guess what, we're not done, because we also had the sequel, Halo 2, on the original Xbox. So yes, I have both the Halo games on the original Xbox. I think that's all there is, just the first 2 games. So there's that. Okay, next up we have 007 Agent Under Fire. I think it's actually called James Bond 007, so that's why it's in the J's. Or, that's why it's this far down alphabetically. Someone wrote LH on the disc for some reason. But either way, this is the version I'll be playing, not the PS2 version, even though the PS2 version is one I had growing up, because, you know, best performance. That's how it goes with these. Oh, we got another one. Agent 007, Everything or Nothing. So, just because I picked up one 007 game, now I gotta pick up all the other ones. You know how that goes. It's a collector thing, I suppose. The Legend of Spyro, A New Beginning. Yeah, I'm surprised to see that this made onto the original Xbox, but I guess I was thinking of that 4th Spyro game, Enter Dragonfly, which did not make on the Xbox, even though I think an Xbox version was planned. But nope, didn't make it the cut. I wonder why. Okay, next up we have Madagascar. So I played this version after growing up playing the GameCube version. Yeah, it definitely performs better as I expected, but I still haven't completed this game 100%, but I think did I have this on my 50 Let's Play poll? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen that, so I can't remember now. Okay, next up we have... Ooh. Okay, this one I picked up just because I had fond memories of it as a kid. MX vs. ATV Unleashed. I have memories of playing this on the PS2. So, I'll play through this on the Xbox, obviously. This one I picked up just because it was a launch title on the Xbox, and this is NASCAR Thunder 2002. Yeah, this was one of the first games to come out on the system. So... yeah, I mean, I don't really care for NASCAR that much, but I mean, racing games are kind of fun, so why not? Oh boy, this one. I'm so salty about this version. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. This is one of those rare instances where I say, do not play this version, play the PS2 version. You will hardly ever hear me say that, but this is one of those examples where I do. Let's just say that this is the exact same version as the GameCube version. This is the same game, yeah. It's not the same game as the PS2 version. Well, it is, but it isn't. So, but yeah, they really screwed up the controls on the GameCube and Xbox versions. Okay, here we have Ratatouille. This is a GameStop exclusive copy as well, or EA Games. It also says GameStop EB Games exclusive. It says free Ratatouille movie ticket voucher inside. Oh, is there? Nope. I fooled you. There's nothing in there. But it's got the sticker on the outside, so that's kind of cool, I suppose. Okay, now next up, this actually kind of surprised me. Roller Coaster Tycoon on the Xbox. Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon, we think of it as a PC game, but no, it actually got ported to the Xbox as well. So that's very interesting. But yeah, it's literally the same game as the original PC game that we know of. So that'd be interesting, play on the Xbox once I do get around to it. I've already played on the PC a lot, so it won't be that difficult to get into it, but I can't imagine like how... I'm so used to the mouse controls, I don't know how it works with a regular game controller. It's kind of interesting. Okay, next up we have Shark Tale. Moving on. I don't want to look at that Will Smith fish anymore. I don't. I mean, like close up is. I guess close up of Shrek's face is good. Shrek 2. Yeah, I don't know much about Shrek 2, the game. So. Okay, we're almost done here. This is not a very big collection. Not anywhere near as big as my PS2 or GameCube collections, but yeah. Still pretty decent so far. Shrek Super Slam. Fun multiplayer game, basically. Probably the best Shrek game on the 6th generations. But I wouldn't know for sure. Okay, next up we have The Simpsons Road Rage. So, from what I've heard, this is basically a Crazy Taxi Simpsons, like a Simpsons parody of a Crazy Taxi, but I never played Crazy Taxi. I haven't played this game yet either, but I know that it is not as good as, at least from what people have been telling me, it's not as good as this one, Simpsons Syndrome, which I happen to be doing a Let's Play of right now. I'm recording it right now, so it's on the way. The rest of the episodes are, just like my other 2 new Let's Plays, but yeah, once those two new Let's Plays are ready and the Simpsons Hit Run LP is done, that's when you'll start to see LP episodes again. But I will say it's a pretty fun game so far. And you all know about this one, SpongeBob Battle for Key Bomb, and obviously we're getting to SpongeBob games now. So, but this one I'm very proud to have because this is definitely the best way to play the original. I will definitely say that. Like the save times, non-existent. Load screens like 2 or 3 seconds, I think. Last I checked, they were. Same goes for this SpongeBob movie game. Platinum hits again, unfortunately, but oh well. And the only other SpongeBob game. Yeah, there's only 3 SpongeBob games on the Xbox, and it's the third one is Lights, Camera, Pants. I played this a little bit so far, and I can definitely see the charm that people are talking about with this game. You know, as SpongeBob games go. Okay, this one, I don't have the actual cover art to this game, unfortunately. It's just this is how it was at the store when I picked it up. It was at Startover Games in Oshkosh. But this is Spyro: A Hero's Tale. This is the only other Spyro game that I'm aware of on the Xbox. I think it was just this one and the Legend of Spyro, the first one, so I think that's it. Okay, next up we have the original Thrillville. Yep. I don't know if the original was on the Wii. I know the second one was on the Wii and it was in my collection, but yeah, this is the original one. Let's see, it's copyright. I'm trying to see the year this came out real quick. 2006, okay. Yeah, this is around the end of the X, because by this time the 360 was out, so I'm surprised to see this was on the original Xbox. Dang, those old graphics. It'll be interesting to play at some point, see what all the hype is about. Okay, and next up we have Turok Evolution. You know the story about this one. If you don't know about it, I think it's my PS2 game. I think it's my PS2 collection where I went into the story with this game. So, but basically, short and sweet. I have memories of it as a kid. Haven't played it much otherwise. And finally, the last game in my original Xbox collection, we have Voodoo Vince. This is basically very similar to Blinks. Basically, it's another Microsoft exclusive, and it's their attempt at a mascot. Basically, they made at least 2 attempts at a mascot. One of those Blinks, and this is the other one, Voodoo Vince. From what I've heard, though, both those games are pretty decent. But I think this was also in my 50th Let's Play poll, but again, I don't remember, honestly. And so that is my original Xbox collection. But we're not done yet, because I'm going to quickly throw in a bonus here, because I don't even have an Xbox 360, and the only other way I was going to do this was in the miscellaneous video, but I figured I'd just throw it in here, since I don't have a lot of Xbox games, and I don't, it just kind of fits best to do it here, I suppose, if anywhere else. And plus, this is one of my smaller collections, so we'll just get this over with real quick, and it's going to be very obvious what I do have. So, we have, on the Xbox 360, we have Halo 3. You can see that. I'm sorry about the glare. It's kind of annoying, I suppose. Okay. Next up, we have Halo Wars. The Platinum Hits Edition. Halo 3 ODST. I think that's I don't know what ODST stands for. It's basically like a different version of Halo 3, though. So it's basically 2 of the same game. Halo Reach. And Halo 4. I think that's the last Halo game on here. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, I didn't even realize I had this. I totally forgot I had this. So I do have Skyrim on the Xbox 360. Well, it says bear with Kinect, but you play without the Kinect. Okay, so yeah, I do have Skyrim. I keep forgetting I do have it already. Jeez. Okay. But yeah, I never played Skyrim. As surprising as it is, it's I don't know if is this play on the Xbox Series X? I'm not sure. I'd have to take a look at that. I think it is, but I could be, but I'll have to make sure. And then finally, the first Xbox 360 games I owned were the SpongeBob games for it, obviously, since I was collecting all the SpongeBob games. So, to get this over with, we have, do I have this in the right order? Yes, I do. Okay, so, first we have Truth or Square. This is the version I'll be playing once I get around to it, but first I have to get an Xbox 360. Next we have SpongeBob Surf and Skate Road Trip. This is a Kinect game. It requires the Kinect, so that's lovely. So I'll have to get a Kinect to play that. Plankton's Robotic Revenge. Still probably sucky as the Wii and Wii U version. And SpongeBob Hero Pants. Yep. Nothing to say about that. And that is my Xbox and Xbox 360 collection. One last thing I want to show before I end off this video, because we're already at 20 minutes here. I got a new headset. And something very special is that this is actually my very first wireless headset. Now, as you'll know, this is a HyperX brand. This is I think it's called the Cloudflight Wireless, basically. So it's like $130 at Walmart. But yeah, this is my very first wireless headset. And it's very special because the previous headset that I had was also HyperX brand. I think it was like the Cloud Stinger 2 or something like that. I've had this headset since early 2017. I used this for basically the last several episodes of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption and also the SpongeBob movie game. That's when I first started using it. I think I used it for a bunch of Let's Plays afterwards. Until finally, last year I got my, my Blue Yeti Nano, which I now use for my Let's Plays currently. But there's a small chance, I might use this for my Let's Plays in the future because this has a detachable microphone. So I might actually be able to do my Let's Plays with this as well. But the thing is, I actually already test recorded with this mic, and apparently it sounds exactly the same as my HyperX headset mic, and I wasn't sure, maybe with the original one. Now, I'm not really sure how I feel about it, honestly, because I think the sound quality is better on my Blue Yeti, my Blue Yeti Nano. So I might stick with that for now. But in case you're wondering what it sounds like, it's pretty much my Let's Play episodes of the past 6 months at least or so have been with the Yeti Nano. Like every Let's Play episode I put out this year was basically using the Blue Yeti Nano. And last year, I was using my HyperX wired headset that I had. And I'll still be using my wired headset for gaming on my consoles and whatnot. But now I use my wireless headset on my computer. It's really cool. It's definitely worth the price because not only do you get 30 hours of 30 hours in between battery charges, I can actually walk away from my desktop with this still on, and I can still listen to music while this still actually stay connected to my desktop, even if I'm on the other side of my apartment. Basically, it has a really good range on it, so it's been really incredible. Basically. It's been very innovative for me, basically, to be able to step away from my desktop and still be able to listen to my music while I'm doing, chores around my apartment and stuff. It's so awesome. I cannot overestimate how much I love my new headset. I love it a lot. It was definitely worth the money. But unfortunately, I had to switch out my my computer mice. Do people say computer mice? I don't know. Because the past couple years I've had a Red Dragon mouse, a wireless mouse, and a wired keyboard. I'm still using the Red Dragon keyboard for now. But the thing is, especially once I got my wireless headset, I started to have interference issues with my mouse. It wasn't working properly. I kept on disconnecting whenever I try to move it, basically. So it was a pain in the butt to use. So what I ended up doing was going back to a wired mouse. And this is the HyperX brand as well. It's RGB too, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so I switched between having a wired headset and a wireless mouse, and I kind of switched basically. So this is the way I like it, and this is how it's going to be from now on. Because I think it's more efficient to have a wireless headset than is a wireless mouse. Because I don't know, just wireless mouse seems kind of pointless at this point. So, but anyways, that's all I have to say, folks. It is now almost 12:30. It's time to end off this vlog. And oh yeah, I guess one more thing I should mention is that this sleep schedule thing is only temporary because the messed up sleep schedule thing is only temporary because starting a week from today, I have changed my availability to work. My availability at work to where I can only be there from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. So this 12-hour window essentially, from Wednesday through Sunday. So basically, I'm going to have a consistent consistent days off and also consistent work hours. So this will allow me to have a better sleep schedule and thusly not spend my entire days off napping because it's getting ridiculous. And it's not good for me. I can almost guarantee you it's not good for me. I just like to be able to get stuff done on my days off other than sleeping, okay? So anyways, I want to catch up on gaming, not sleeping, essentially on my days off. So but that's all I have to say for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video game collection video. We're getting close to the end here. I still got a bunch of Nintendo stuff to go through, all the handhelds and whatnot that I haven't done yet, and there's also, I think that's pretty much it though. Actually, well, there's the NES and N64 as well. So we have a bunch of Nintendo stuff left, but otherwise after that we're done. So there'll be other vlogs after that about non gaming collection stuff. So I'll be able to tell stories and whatnot. So, anyways, see you later, folks. Bye.